How's it going, guys? This is Victor. I'm back again to do the daily recap. So yesterday was our first video. Today is our second. So hopefully this one's a little bit better than it was yesterday. We got a decent amount of views yesterday for the first video. If you watch, please comment. Let me know what you think I can do better. If you trade, let me know if you think there's anything I made a mistake or I said wrong. But let's get started. So today is December 27th, 2023. I believe it's Wednesday. Let me double check that. Yes, Wednesday. Okay, cool. So today's a green day for me. Yesterday was a red day. Today's a green day. We're back on track. There was two stocks that had momentum today and were gapping up and could have been the number one stock of the day. If you remember from yesterday, I said I have trouble when there's two stocks. You have a 50-50 chance, but I seem to always pick the wrong one. So I came up with some strategies and some formulas to help me pick the correct one, and today I did just that. I didn't have a huge green day just because I have a cash account, and you have to wait. If you understand how cash accounts work, you have to wait for your money to come back the next day. I overtraded yesterday, so I didn't have a ton of revenue today to use, or a ton of cash to use today. Slight green day. Good to be back on the green side. But let's go ahead and break down these trades. So ticker number one was FWBI. Let's zoom this in. Cool, perfect. So like I said yesterday, I usually sign onto the computer at like 9 a.m. every day. And so at 9 a.m. was right here. You can see it moved up, squeezed, boom, 9 a.m. Everything looks good. TTM's green, MACD's green, RSI slightly overbought. I didn't like the fact that it was so far away from VWAP, the stock. Let's look at 905. It was about 19% away, 19% over VWAP, which I really don't like. I typically try to buy it somewhere 13% or less. Really like to be close. 13 is like really high on the high end. Not a locked in stone rule, but I would rather wait and watch this one move. But it had 248 times its normal volume. I can show you this, guys. I can show you that. Give me 1 second. So FWBI, boom. And then I'll chart it for you. But let's show you exactly how I looked at this. Cool. So FWBI right here popped up on the scanner, 9 a.m. Yeah, this is Yahoo Finance. Great tool to use. Let's go to statistics and look at all of the statistic shares. Here we go. So this company has 675,000 shares outstanding, which is really low. It has a float of 674,000, which is pretty much all the shares. So basically all the shares are outstanding, or floats all the shares. Float, like we remember from yesterday, extremely important. The lower the float, the more likely the stock will gap, not more likely, it needs volume, but the more likely the stock can move to the upside and have big green days, and it's more likely to get halted up because the lack of supply and the extreme demand if you have a lot of volume. So it pops up. I like the float. I like the shares outstanding. And we come to summary. We see it has a catalyst. Boom. We're good there. And then the average volume is 27,000 today. So far, the market's still open. It's due at 25 million. So volume's crazy. Everything's looking good. Let's look at the other ticker, CING. We'll look at the same thing, statistics. Scroll down. Float, 822,000. Shares outstanding, 937,000. So it has a larger float and it has more shares outstanding. It's like, okay, don't like that, but we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking at it because it's still a good company. Just I don't like it better than FWBI right now. Average volume 16,000. If you look right now, it's at 46 million, so volume's crazy. That's good. There is no news catalyst, so okay, don't like that either. But we're still going to look at it and chart it, and then we'll make our decision. But right now, it meets all the criteria that we like. It's a low flow, it's a low market cap, crazy volume. Wish it had a catalyst, but it doesn't. That's okay. So let's go back to the trade. So we'll chart FWBI because it was the number one stock. Excuse me. So we'll come here at 9 o'clock. And I wasn't quite sure, so I let it move some more. I came back at like around 9:15. I watched it until about 9:15, 9:25, and I came and started setting up my line. So we'll set one right here. Sorry, we'll set this one right here. Boom. We'll extend this to the left. Actually, let's change this. Give me 1 second. Extend this to the left, and we'll make this white because I feel like white's easier to see. White. Then we're going to say this is a default. Boom. Done. Cool. So we set that one up right there. This is the high of the day so far. And then we will set another line. So this here, we'll set another line at about, let's be exact. Let's not be lazy. So this is at 1370. We'll set our next line at $16.02. And then there's one other line you can set too. I'm not gonna set that one because it didn't reach it, so it's just like save us some time, make sure this video isn't too long. And then we'll set our next line at, let me see, this is boom. We'll come based off this one. So VWAP was 1019. I think it was 1020 to be exact. So we'll set it at 1020, and then we'll go here. So we'll set this line at $8.87, which is right about 87. So it's close enough to 85. Cool. Perfect. So these are the lines that we set up, and then we would draw our trend line. It was really tough to draw a trend line at 9:15 on the downside because it's kept moving up. But let's see. This is a pretty solid trend line. Cool. So this is our trend line right there. Moving up, follows it pretty consistently. And then I wasn't able to draw a trend line going down. So that also gave me a little hesitancy or idea to wait a little bit longer on it. I didn't love the setup. I also don't like buying stocks this high. I don't like them this far away from VWAP, and I actually like to stay between the $2 and like $8, $9 range. Try to stay below double digits. So this was on my watch list. I'm like, we'll go check out the other one. So CING, boom. This was the one I actually ended up trading today, and I will explain why I like this setup better. So let's set up these lines. Use this 9 o'clock already. So boom, 9 o'clock we come in. We come here. We set the line right here. We set it at the high VWAP, and we also set it like this is the highest point the stock made it to so far. So boom, we set that line right there. This is at $4.30. Boom, so 4.30. And then we'll set our next line at, 1 second. We set the next line at $5.03, which is what I thought this could get to. $5.03. That's 4 cents. Well, let's put it there. It's just hard to get exactly where I think it can go. And then the highest I thought this stock could go would be, give me 1 second, 9 o'clock. This is 3.7. I thought it could get to $6.30 like max. That would be like a crazy move. Didn't think it was like I thought it was semi-likely. Didn't think it was super likely. So that's that, and then let's zoom in one time. Too much. It's not bad. It's too much, so cool. And then we need to set our resistance line. So we'll come here, VWAP is right here at 369. $3.69. So 321 is what I thought this might get down to. And then I also thought it could get down to 335. So where's 335? Okay, cool. So these are my two resistance lines. Like, these are my two stop losses. Like, I didn't even want to let them get down here, but I thought there was a probability that they could make it down here. So I charted them, and I'll show you this in a second. And then trend lines. So trend line, 9 o'clock. I was able to come right here and connect all of these. Where's 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock is right here. So I was able to connect all of these, boom. And then trend line to the upside, I was also able to do the same thing, which I really liked. 9 o'clock, where's 9 o'clock? Here we go. Boom. So I was able to set some trend lines, which I liked. The setup looks good. Everything was tight and compact. It looked good. I liked everything about it. And what I've noticed is when there's two stocks there, and everything's like, there's two stocks and they both could gap up, and everything's pretty similar about them. The one with the lower price is usually the one that moves, because everybody is looking at trading these, or looking to trade low flow stocks, penny stocks as you would call them, and we don't have the most capital in the world, so we want to be able to buy. If we have one company that costs 14, another company costs almost $4, you can buy more shares of the one that's $4. So more shares, depending on how much it gaps up, equals more profit. So usually it's the one with the lower cost. So that was one thing that played into it. I also liked this setup better, and I was able to draw the trend lines, which I really liked. And it had more volume. It had 526 times its normal volume, where FWBI had 248 times its normal volume. So the volume was better. The price was lower. Everything looked good. I was able to draw trend lines. Perfect setup. Not perfect setup, but a very good setup. Everything I needed to make a decision. Wish it had a catalyst still, but cool. And just so you don't think I am making this stuff up, here is a screenshot of these same lines that I drew and set up. Here you go. Oh, dang, I cut the time out. But the time was like 9:35 when I took this screenshot. So I probably could have taken it earlier, but I just wanted to show you, like, I didn't just come and make these lines up afterwards. I put these lines down first thing this morning before I took this trade. And we're going off the trust and honor system. So you'll have to take my word for it. I'll get rid of this now. And then I got filled today at, give me 1 second. I got filled today, I want to say at 390. Where is it at? I got filled right. Yeah, I got filled today at 390, maybe 393. And I ended up riding it all the way to the top. Well, so half my shares right here at 430. And then I started selling more as it moved up. And I was done by 940. I would rank this trade as an A for me today. I think it was a little bit easier because I didn't have as much size, but also I've just been documenting everything, and I was able to clearly pick the better stock today, and I was able to catch the move. I had my target set. I got my profit. I got out. I would say this is either a B plus or A minus. And the only thing I could have done better was I could have held for a little bit of a larger move. I sold half at 430-ish. I think I probably sold it at like 440, but I sold half. I could have at least held it to a little bit higher, maybe 472. I mean, because you never know. Like, I wouldn't want to lose all my profit because I think it's going to. It doesn't. End up getting a little bit higher. I want to say 7 cents higher than I thought it was going to go. But I wouldn't want to let a solid green day turn into a red day, especially coming off a red day from yesterday. So it was good to be back on the green side. Happy with this trade. You can see once it hits these lines, it died off. And let's see where it ended up going. It ended up coming exactly to these lines that I drew, which is cool. And then it bounced off of that, went up again, and then now it's just hovering a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. And let's look at FWBI before I end this video. FWBI, boom. It just continues to drop all the way down. Like, it just kept going lower and lower and lower. Damn. Sorry, you end up getting down to 540. That is crazy. Imagine you bought this at $4.51 or $14.51 or $14, and it came all the way down here. That is bad. I think it even halted down, which is terrible. But documenting your trades helps you become a better trader a lot. It helps you understand what mistakes you made and why you made them, and helps you not make them again. I document using paper, Excel sheets, and also these YouTube videos. Another form of me documenting my process. I don't think I have anything else to say, but hopefully you guys made some money in the market today. The year's getting ready to come to an end. Stay patient. Don't overtrade. Let's try to finish this. How cool, the market just ended. Let's try to finish this year on a good side, good note. I'm green so far on the year. I want to finish that. Well, I'm more likely going to finish that way unless I have a terrible day. Terrible couple days. But let's stay consistent. Let's keep showing up. If you watched this video and you liked it, please subscribe, tell a friend, and let's just keep showing up. My goal is to make these videos every day and have them up by at least 6 p.m. And again, if I miss anything or if you think there's something I could have done better, please leave a comment. I'm happy to learn. We're all here to get better. Thank you, and I will end this video now. Peace out.